Hi there, Amber here, back with a couple different varieties of string plants. Now there's no strings attached, so stay tuned while we get started on how to care for these. So we have two different varieties here. We have the variegated and just the plain string of pearls. They are native to Southwest Africa. As most succulents, these are drought tolerant, and it gets its common name, string of pearls, from its round bead-like appearance in its foliage. They store water, giving them their drought tolerant and succulent look, as you can see here. And they're so beautiful when they drape down. I just love these plants. The little round leaves also have windows that appear, and if you can look closer here, there's like a little tiny slit. It's called a window or a little slit in the center of the leaves that allow for the photosynthesis of the plant. So they're kind of neat in that way. So personally, I don't like the white flowers on there, so I tend to just cut them off as they come in. I don't think they're that showy and pretty. I just like the simplicity of the plant. The next thing you'll want to think about is what kind of light it's going to have, which these love the bright sunlight. You might want to consider placing them in a sunny windowsill. Like all succulents, these do not require much fertilizer, so you're fine to let them go and just grow as they are, aside from maybe every once in a while. They don't require very much fertilizer. I believe it's important to know that these are toxic to pets and children, so you are going to want to keep these succulents out of reach of your little ones, like we've done right here. Grow string of pearls in an average indoor temperature at about 72 degrees and avoid drafty areas. They're very hardy, they're super easy to care for. So our next variety is going to be our string of hearts. We have two different styles. We have the regular, the plain, and we have variegated. And these are very similar to your string of pearls in that they do like to dry out between waterings, and they enjoy a nice succulent mix, something that gives them good drainage, perhaps even a drainage hole in the bottom of the container, because they are prone to rotting. So the string of hearts, or the rosary vine, is a straggly kind of evergreen climber, and it'll scramble up through the vegetation. So because of its stringy stems or vining or trailing tendencies, you'll want to pot it in something that gives it its opportunity to do its thing and to just kind of trail down. You can but the stems can also be trained in small topiary trellises or topiary frames. And then there's small tubers, which look somewhat like a tiny potato, as you can see here. So the next plant I want to show you in the string plants is the string of turtles, otherwise known as a Peperomia pastrata. It is a slow-growing perennial succulent. You can treat the string of turtles pretty much like you treat the string of hearts. Their care is very similar. These plants will live and grow in lower light, but the leaves produced will be much smaller. The flowers are insignificant on these plants. If the plant does flower, it produces tiny cream-colored flowers on long flower spikes. South and eastern windows are best for the string of turtles. They grow well as indoor plants or under fluorescent lights. Just like the other string plants, the string of turtles likes a moist soil, but it doesn't like to be wet all the time. So be careful not to overwater and allow your plant to dry out in between. The string of turtles loves humid weather, so you can actually place them on a coaster with little pebbles and water them so that they can get some extra humidity. When you do fertilize your string of turtles, you can fertilize them every other week during the growing season, or even apply a time-release fertilizer at the beginning of the growing season. Feeding is not recommended from fall to the winter seasons, and that goes for most all of the string plants. Thank you so much for watching and take care.